Bore da, croeso I gwasanaeth yr wythnos. Good morning and welcome to this week's assembly. Our value of this half term is trust, because trust is the foundations to all positive relationships. This week's story is all about being honest, and as you will see in the story, by having a bad start to your day, you can make lots of wrong and bad choices. Hippo Owns Up, a book about telling the truth. It was Tuesday and Hippo was having a bad day. He had got up late. He had missed breakfast. He was late for school too. And Miss Bird was cross. Then Miss Bird gave him lots of sums to do in maths, but Hippo was too hungry to do them. Hippo looked at the clock. It was nearly lunchtime. Mrs. Croc always made chocolate cake for lunch on Tuesdays. She always put lots of chocolate icing on the top too. Hippo thought about the chocolate cake and the chocolate icing. His tummy rumbled loudly. Everyone heard, and everyone giggled. Miss Bird told them to get on with their work. But the more Hippo thought about the chocolate cake, the louder his tummy rumbled. Then he got the hiccups. The hiccups were very, very loud. Everyone was laughing, and Miss Bird got cross. She said Hippo was disturbing everyone. She told him to go to the kitchen and to get a drink of water. Hippo went into the kitchen. The big chocolate cake was on the table. He went to get a closer look. It looked delicious. It smelt delicious. He decided to try a tiny bit of it. He picked up a spoon and took a little bit of cake, and it tasted wonderful. Hippo stared at the cake. Now there was a little hole on one side of the cake. He tried to smooth the icing over the hole to hide it, but it looked even worse. He took some cake from the other side to try to even it up, but this made it look even worse than before. Hippo was beginning to worry. He wanted to make the cake look better. He took more and more cake, but it tasted delicious. But the more he took, the worse it looked. Soon, there was no cake left at all. He'd eaten every single bit of it. Hippo went back to class. Miss Bird said he had been a long time. She told him to get on with his maths work. But Hippo could not get on with his maths. His tummy felt so full that now he felt sick. He felt bad as well for eating all the cake. But just then, the bell rang for lunchtime. Everyone lined up, but Mrs. Croc had some bad news. She said there was no chocolate cake because it had all gone. And she said Hattie, the school cat, must have eaten it all. She said that Hattie was a bad cat. Hippo kept quiet and said absolutely nothing. Everybody ate their lunch, but Hippo was not hungry. He was not hungry at all. Mrs. Croc began to get worried. Hippo was always hungry, and he always ate all of his lunch. She thought he must be ill, so she sent him to the nurse, Miss Bird. Hippo told Miss Bird about the chocolate cake. He told her that he had eaten it, not Hattie. Miss Bird said that he should not have eaten the cake, but that he was brave to own up. She said he should have a good think about how to put things right. Hippo had a good think. He told Miss Bird he had to say sorry to everyone for eating the cake. He said he had a good idea to put things right too. He told Miss Bird his good idea. She said it was a very good idea. Hippo said sorry to everyone. He said sorry to Mrs. Croc. He said sorry to Hattie the cat too. Then Hippo asked Mrs. Croc if she would help him to bake a new chocolate cake for everyone. Mrs. Croc gave him lots of help. Hippo baked a very good cake. It had lots of chocolate icing on the top too. Soon the cake was ready to eat. Everyone went to get a closer look. It looked delicious. It smelt delicious. Everyone took a bit of cake. It tasted wonderful, and Hippo was so pleased. Hippo said he was glad he had owned up and put things right. Then Mrs. Croc asked him if he would like some cake as well. Hippo said he did not want any. He said he did not want any chocolate cake ever again, and everybody laughed. So poor Hippo had a bit of a wobble at the start of the story, getting up late, missing breakfast, and then being late for school. And then Hippo made lots of silly choices during the day. Now, what I'd like you to do this morning at the end of the assembly is just talk about in your classes what you should do when you have a wobble and what choices you have, so you can make better choices than Hippo did. Have a great Monday, everybody. I'll see you all during the day.